Quebec. It's a special place when it comes to metal. It really is.
Yeah, man. Every time I played here with Slipknot or Ministry, Korn, any time I've ever been here, I've had amazing shows. And this is actually, I don't know why this just popped up in my mind. This is like something that a lot of Slipknot fans might find interesting. The first time, like it's a legendary part of the Slipknot show where we crouch everyone down and launch everyone up, and it turns into the massive pit. Yeah. First time we did it was in Montreal.
Oh, really?
Yep, in 2000.
And so that's where that idea is. I've been the guy that's I've done it.
Yeah. It was started here. Yeah.
I think that's during. Do you spit it out when you guys do that?
Spit it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great. So that actually originated here.
Yep.
That's a great little
First
bit of
time. First time it happened.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Murderdolls record. I mean, obviously that's what we're here to talk about.
Actually, November 3rd.
Is that the date?
Yep.
Nice.
November
and
2000.
Why did you guys decide to get back together and start putting out music again?
Well, I always wanted to kind of do another Murderdolls record, but there was a point where I kind of was like, well, I'll let Sleeping Dogs lie, and it was great for what it was. I've been busy with, a lot of different artists, and of course with my main band Slipknot, but man, things just got, me and Wednesday been exchanging songs, we talked about doing something that might not be Murderdolls related, but, over the last year and a half, I just was like, stuff just kind of started getting boring for me, after, the All Hope Is Gone tour, which we are making another Slipknot record, so don't worry about that. And that's when that's why I love playing with Rob right now, man, it's because a lot of the fun and the party aspect, all that, there's not, I'm a metalhead, don't get me wrong. It just seems like the scene is so oversaturated right now that, I just started getting really bored with, like labels are just signing like anyone and everyone, and all the I'm not taking the piss out of any band whatsoever. They're all great players, but there's not many bands that really stand out and really, strike an urge in things. And that's why I was like, man, it's time for the Murderdolls to come back, and it's going to freak everyone out. So this is the first time me and Wednesday really sat down and wrote proper songs. The first record's great for what it was, and we had a blast, and it got big. It was awesome. We had fun. This one is a completely different monster, and I think people are going to be really surprised when they hear this.
And can we expect, that's that early metal sound, that early punk sound there still?
Yeah, all that's there. It is heavier than the last record,
Oh yeah.
And it's a lot heavier and everything. And of course it's still punk, and it's a lot of the campiness of what we did on Beyond the Valley. We're not singing about Dracula and Frankenstein, all that kind of horror crap. That we did before. It's not that we lost that. That some of that's still there, but it's just I always consider this to be the first Murderdolls record. This is one that the first record is a combination of my old band, the Rejects, and his band, the Frankenstein Drag Queens, and then we just redid all the vocals and recorded it. It was more like a blueprint, kind of a glorified demo. Like this is the first proper Murderdolls record for sure.
I love that correlation too, though, between early punk and early metal. And back then, I guess it was either you were one or the other. So it's cool now that the two have really started. There's a really great line there,
Yeah, it's totally there now, man. It's like, the Mad Manager. If anyone has seen those videos that we put up, on YouTube or whatever. That guy, he won't stop listening to it. So, it's like that every day. And he's the Mad Manager. If anyone knows, he was Slipknot's tour manager, and then he also was doing me with the Murderdolls record, and kind of like managing that whole thing. And then obviously he's now here with Rob Zombie.
Yeah. Is it like a Dave Grohl type situation, like those early Foo Fighters records, where are you? Obviously you write the drum parts, but you play guitar, I'm assuming, when it's live, right? So
yeah.
Are you writing guitar parts, drum parts,
Yeah.
vocals, everything?
Everything, yep. Yeah, along with Wednesday, of course, he writes too, but yeah, that's the best thing about it's good for, that's why I want, if I didn't want, when we made the Murderdolls, I wanted to have an escapism because I've been playing guitar since I've been 5 years old.
Oh, yeah?
So I just wanted to have more of a, kind of different outlet, something completely different than what I do in Slipknot, what people know me, doing that for. So.
I'd imagine that, the drummer, your live drummer, you have a new live drummer, correct?
Yeah. Racy Shea Hart.
Yes, now is that something like, if I was asked to be in a band, if I was a drummer, and Joey Jordison was asking me to be a drummer in that band, that would be pretty intimidating. If you had like a funny situation like that, where...
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, the lineup of the band is different now than it was on Beyond the Valley, and I took a little bit more time, because I kind of wanted to resurrect the Murderdolls in like a different way than it was before, and just kind of start fresh, even though we're not going to lose any fans, we're only going to gain things. But as far as like the drummer situation, or Racy he fits the Murderdolls more than any other drummer I could possibly find, and I really took my time, finding this guy, and he's really, really amazing.
Now I've heard that confirm this. I don't know if this is true, but is Mick Mars is on? Mm-hmm. He does a guest appearance on the album. Is there any other cameos?
No. We didn't want to make it a guest record at all. Me and Wednesday did the whole thing, along with our new lead guitar player Rahman. Yeah. He did some leads on the record. Everything's turned out great, man. I mean, I couldn't be happier, with the way everything's turned out.
This is a bit of a fanboy question, but what was it like working with Daryl Palumbo on No Way Out? Because I love that song.
Yeah.
And I thought it was on that comp. It was the one song that really sort of stepped out of the box of it.
Yeah, No Way Out's a completely, people were really surprised when I did that song, because no one expected me to put out a song like that and everything. So, and working with Daryl, like he's one of my favorite singers, man. That guy he's super intense and really cares about like what he puts into. Like it took me a while to get him, and we've been friends forever, and I kept him it took him a while to, kind of get back to me, because he's like. He was he really wanted to step up to what that song is like, and wanted to deliver it. So, and he did, man. That song is amazing. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever recorded. And
I love that tune, man.
It's nothing like I've ever done before. Getting back to Mick Mars, he was awesome. He did leads on Bloodstained Valentine and this song called Drug Me to Hell. And man, he delivered. He's one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. Yeah. The dude is literally an alien. He's funnier than hell. He keeps going. He keeps going. Yeah, man. It's an inspiration just watching him.
Totally.
I mean, he came in and he was totally funny, and he had the amp cranked to 10. His head right in the amp. Yeah. And he's like, okay, this doesn't sound right. Go down to the Guitar Center. I need these pedals. And he was sitting down and literally he had platform shoes on like this. Yeah. And he's sitting there tap dancing all over the pedals, recording these leads and stuff, and it rules, man. It's and like I said, we didn't want it to be a guest appearance, but he really nailed it, man.
That's got to be a nice energy to have on a record, man.
Yeah,
it's something like that.
Yeah. It's like I was sitting there, and I kind of lost myself in it a little bit. I was sitting there and we're talking, we're joking around, and Wednesday was to his left, and I was on his right side, and we were sitting there, and it just shot me back to 1985 when I had Shout at the Devil on vinyl, and listening to it, I'm like, is this really happening? It's really cool.
That's awesome. Because
he's one of the we wanted someone that was the most unique guitar player for our style if we were gonna have a guest. Yeah. And man, he ruled it.
I just love how humbling that is. That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's totally ego-free. He's totally humble. He's amazing, man. He's totally cool.
Dude, I can't wait to hear it. I guess the last question would be, what are the tour plans? I mean, I heard something about Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie. That's going to happen 2010.
Yeah. I mean, no, not 2000. I'm not that kind of leak, but I can't say anything about it. I don't know. I don't really know where that is. But
you're gonna tour it.
But yeah, I'm with Rob until the end of this tour cycle, but I'm also doing Murderdolls stuff. So the Murderdolls album comes out August 31st. I don't know if it's the 30th here. I think it might be the 31st here in Canada. We start then and we go directly to Europe.
Sick.
Yep. All the way until the end of September. And then we go from there, and I got some zombie stuff to do, and then we're going to tour the Murderdolls all the way through fall of next year, or however long the record takes us. So
sick, dude. Thank you so much for your time, man.
Brother.
I'm a huge fan, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.